Welcome to the Get Published podcast, sponsored by Brodie Consulting Group. To get more information about our coaching, publishing, executive ghostwriting, and podcast production services, go to getpublishedpodcast.com. Hello, I am Paul Brodie, and thank you for joining us for another episode of the Get Published podcast, where we help authors get published with a proven system that works. And today, we're being joined by Rich Perry, author of Bankroll Your Mind. Rich, welcome to the show.
Hey, Paul. How you doing? Thanks for having me here.
Well, we are thrilled to have you. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Question number one. What is the one piece of advice that you would give to a first-time author who is currently writing their book?
Paul, I'm going to share with you the advice that was given to me by someone I admire. And the advice was very simple. It was write the book that people want to read, not the book that you want to write. And that helped me with the first book, and I will continue with that piece of advice for my entire writing career.
Excellent. And what do you feel is the hardest part about getting published?
Something very similar to what you and I were discussing off the air just a moment ago, which is finding the right publisher that aligns with your values and your work ethic and your direction.
Exactly. It's got to be the right fit, and it's got to be a win-win.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about marketing. So please share a marketing strategy that you have used in your book launch that has worked well.
Well, one of the things that we did was we reached out to people long before the book was about to be released, and we essentially just did a big job in building the hype, and we were making videos and we were doing webinars, constantly reaching out to people, kind of asking them what they were looking for and trying to get little tidbits from them. But we did a whole entire video series right before, and that really helped build the level of interest and engagement right before. So if you're a photogenic person, you like making videos, definitely way to go.
So tell us a little bit more about this video series. What was the strategy behind that? How many videos did you do, and how long were they?
The videos were basically like the chapters.
Yep.
I want to say we did a video for every chapter, and we just talked about the chapter, and we did it actually on Facebook Live. So at that time, it was an opportunity to kind of present the content of the book while in real time getting feedback from people and answering questions right then and there, which is a really cool opportunity. So again, if you like videos and you love going Facebook Live or Instagram Live or whatever, it was cool for us, and I would certainly recommend it.
Well, and I think you touch on two main things: repurposing content and connecting further in a different medium with your audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that because it's amazing what you can do with your content. There's so many different ways to repurpose it with videos, blogs, emails. I mean, it really is limitless, the amount of opportunities that are there. You just have to not be afraid to utilize those things, because I think the biggest thing authors don't necessarily realize is you're the one that's going to be doing a lot of marketing with the book. You have to be able to get out your comfort zone, and you have to put yourself out there. And clearly you have done that with the video series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you.
Well, speaking of books, I'd like to know what is your favorite book, and what was the number one thing that you learned from it?
My number one book is a book that I carry around with me. It's called The Kybalion, and it's about it comes from Hermetic traditions and esoteric thought, and I carry this book around with me, and I read it whenever. And it really helped me to look deep within myself and really find my place in the universe, and just sit and meditate on the words in the chapters. So that's a book that I've really enjoyed for a while.
And for a final question, what is your favorite quote and why?
It's actually from the Kybalion, and it's as above, so below, as within, so without.
Excellent. Well, Rich, I want to thank you for being a guest on the show. what is the best way for people to find you online?
Go to my website, richperry.com.
Rich, thank you once again for being on the show, and I wish you all the best in your author journey ahead.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks again for joining us today. To learn more about how to get your book published with a proven system that works, grab a free copy of my book at getpublishedpodcast.com.